Dubai, gold does not move because it is valuable. Value is only the beginning. Before this shipment can enter the trade system, it must prove that nothing has broken, nothing has changed, and nothing has been touched outside the route. Arrival is not permission. A locked gate is not a welcome sign, it is a question. The seal must hold, the weight must answer, the custody trail must stay intact. Inside this system, speed is not given to gold. Speed is earned by proof, so the real question is not how much this gold is worth. The question is whether Dubai will allow its value to keep moving. Dubai's role is not to make the gold. That belongs to another part of the world. Dubai's role is to decide how gold enters movement. Here, the power is not in the furnace. It is in the root. Human hands stay outside the value, because the system must remain stronger than any single person. The tray moves forward only when the path agrees. Speed matters in Dubai, but speed without control is only risk moving faster. Once the tray advances, the route closes behind it. In Dubai, trade speed begins when the system says yes. This is still imported gold. It is valuable, but it is not yet investmentable. That difference matters. A gold bar can shine before it is trusted. It can look complete before the system accepts it. The value is visible, but permission is invisible. That is why the case remains sealed. The system is not protecting the shine. It is protecting the story of the shipment. Where did it enter? Who controlled it? Did the weight remain consistent? Did the seal stay intact? Did custody pass without a gap? In a vault system, the gold, the case, the seal, and the route must all tell the same story. If one part disagrees, the gold remains cargo. If every part agrees, the hidden system begins to turn value into tradable movement. From here, the vault is no longer a room. It becomes a sequence of decisions. Every gate is a test. Every rail is a direction. Every sensor is a question the shipment cannot avoid. The scanner asks whether the seal still belongs to this route. The scale asks whether the weight still belongs to this story. The reject lane waits for anything that does not match. This is why Dubai's speed is different from simple speed. Simple speed only moves fast. Controlled speed knows when to stop. A scan can open the first question, but it cannot close the case. Weight must answer next. Custody must continue after that. The system does not trust one proof by itself. It builds confidence by forcing every proof to agree. Acceptance does not appear as a word on a screen. It appears as motion. This is not a gold showroom. It is a movement machine. Nothing here is designed to make the gold look more beautiful. Everything is designed to let value travel without becoming exposed. That is the hidden elegance of Dubai's gold system. The bar does not become heavier. It does not become brighter. It does not become more golden. What changes is the permission around it. Workers guide the route from outside the value. Gates close behind it. Rails hold the path. Scanners narrow the risk. Each station removes one uncertainty before the next station accepts the load. This is how a physical object becomes a tradable asset, not by losing its weight, but by gaining a controlled path. To a viewer, the tray is simply moving. To the system, every movement is a decision that has already been earned. Dubai's trade advantage is not careless speed. It is speed that can prove itself while moving. That is much harder. Because the faster gold moves, the more dangerous a weak system becomes. So Dubai does not remove friction by ignoring proof. It removes friction by organizing proof. The gold remains physical, heavy, and silent. The system around it becomes faster, stricter, and more believable. Not because the gold changed, because the route accepted it. This is where movement becomes evidence. Gold stops being trusted by appearance. The system checks what the eye cannot prove. A polished bar can deceive the eye. A sealed case can hide uncertainty. But weight, scan, seal, and custody leave less room for imagination. Each one must support the same story. The seal says the root has not been broken. The weight says the contents have not changed. The scanner says the identity still belongs to the system. The handoff says responsibility has not disappeared. One mismatch can break the root. That is the hidden discipline behind fast trade. Proof does not slow Dubai down. Proof makes speed believable. After the final check, the shipment is sealed again. A new handoff begins, but the gold remains untouched. That matters. The value is not being handled like merchandise. It is being passed through a chain of permission. The seal travels with it like a visible promise. Behind it, the proof station falls silent. Ahead of it, the vault takes over.
Entering custody.
Custody is where speed becomes security. Until this point, the shipment has been moving through questions. Now it moves toward possession. But access is not granted to people first. It is granted to the process. That is why the drawer opens like a machine, not a treasure chest. A treasure chest invites the eye. A vault drawer removes the eye from the value. Before storage, the rails must agree. The final gate must accept the root. Then custody transfers from movement to vault. The case crosses the last threshold, and the corridor behind it shuts down. This is the quietest part of the system, but it may be the most powerful. Luxury disappears into steel. Visibility disappears into custody. The last visible proof is still the seal. At this point, the gold is no longer asking to be seen. It is waiting to be received, recorded, and controlled. One last scan, one last permission. The sealed bullion enters the trade vault. It is not being displayed, it is being accepted. That is the final transformation in Dubai. Imported gold arrived as valuable cargo. It leaves this route as trade-ready bullion, protected by proof, custody, and controlled movement. In Dubai, gold becomes power when it can keep moving under control. But in America, the opposite question begins. There, gold does not prove speed, it proves control. So which system is stronger? One that moves gold faster, or one that stops gold from moving at all?